trouble with your heart on your sleeve, basically allowing you a mental reprieve. Like you're chasing what you want full speed, easy to lose track of what you really need. It's a scary ass world, I'll admit it. Wouldn't be the first time it's crossed my mind to quit it. I never rationalize the consequences of whether or not I will end up below or above. But I feel like I'm walking in somebody else's step. Give me open to set you free, because I already locked you in. Let me offer you some parting advice, even though we've already said our goodbye. When you're looking at my number through those teary eyes, if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to call somebody else. I know it might sting, but the thing is I need you out my heart. You know I can't help you, or I'll protect you from your ruthless soul. The hardest part of being right is where I let you go. I let you go.
That was Lion Throne. Once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience radio show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It's going down, people. I want you to understand. We are here, 2020. We are live. We are lit. We are doing what we're supposed to do. I said that, boy. Listen to that, Willie, boy. Shout out to Martin. As I said, that was all orders there, boy. All I want to say is we are doing it 2020 big. Today, we're going to have the one and only Patience J on the show. She is a publicist to the stars. One of them happened to be the most incredible, the most beautiful, the most songstress out there in Philly. She is Arlene. Want to say big shouts out to Arlene. Thank you for always showing love. Thank you for always being in my corner, getting me to some places and helping me do some things there. It is 2020. I'm still okay. Miss Tony, she's gonna be here next week, I hope. She had something that came up that she had to do, so important stuff does happen to us now and then. But I can't leave you on Thursdays alone by yourself. 5 to 7 is my time. It's our time. It's your time to listen in and do what we do best right here on In the Mix Radio. We hold it down here at In the Mix. If you want to get in the mix, if you want to do what I do, if you want to talk like I talk, okay, you ain't going to do it the way I do it, but you're going to do something. And if you want to come here and do what we do right here on In the Mix Radio, take the opportunity, hit me up. I will definitely put you in the right direction to the owner of the station, and y'all can have a conversation, and then you'll be sitting here every week talking about what you do on your show when you do it. You know what I mean. Shout out to Lisa. Shout out to all the people who are doing things in the world, making moves, making stuff happen. If you're about something, you believe in something, and you want to do something, 2020 is your year. You got 2020. We in that matrix right now. And in my matrix, I'm gonna add by the end of this year, one way or another, by hook or crook, I'm gonna be in a major station doing major things. And you'll be able to turn your dial and listen in. That's me making a ode to myself. Now, the work I put in makes the difference of, do I get there or not? And every week I try to do something different and better than I did the week before. I try to give you something more entertaining, like me. So what I want y'all to do is lock in, tune in, tell everybody that's tuning in. Rob J is going to be on the show today. Yes, singer extraordinaire out of Virginia. He's going to Skype in a little bit. We definitely going to be chopping it up with him. Rob J will be Skyping in. Then we're going to have the one and only Patience J Skype in, and we're going to be talking that PR talk. Public relations, relating you to the public, making sure that your brand, your music, or whatever you're trying to promote, that you need a PR company for. Their job is to put you out there in media, and that's through all different types, whether it's a magazine, which we call periodicals, newspapers, press, getting you on the wire, as they say, getting you out there so people can know what you are and what you do. A lot of people don't talk about behind the scenes. All you see is the person who is out there, turn up, there, and all, and doing all that. And then you're sitting there going, well, how did they get there? And everywhere I see them, every place their face is on. Well, there's a person that's behind the scene that's making that happen. Some use just their managers to do it, and some managers have some prowess into the PR world. But public relations specialists are very special and unique, and an actual process of what you need in order to fully get yourself out there. Because their whole job is to publicize you. Now, I'm not saying that they don't have other clients, but when your realm or your time is there where they need to publicize you, you're it. Like Patience J, she publicized that she's going to be here on the show today. So that's why there are other people who are tuned in to what we tuning in to. You get what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. And you're going to see some footage of all the things I did behind the scenes at the Holiday Comedy Show number 2. You're going to see a lot of interviews and different things going down. Once again, that was shot by the one and only Ivy Productions, KDK Photography. They got it in with me, and we definitely did the damn thing out there in Brookline. I guarded my wallet. I kept my hand on my wallet, so I knew where it was. All right. So I want y'all to, like I said, sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself, because we about to kick it. Matter of fact, we're going to bring up the next. I want to bring up the one and only KZ and Cowboy Boogie. We're going to boogie it down in the studio right now. Cowboy Boogie. Let's go. Hey.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Skippy Peters, here from WPPB. Channel 5 News here in Pensacola, Florida, for the first annual Barnyard Boogie. I have one of the locals right here. Sir, tell us about the first Barnyard Boogie here in Pensacola, Florida, will you?
Let me tell you about Barnyard Boogie, boy. We get it down here in the South, baby. We ain't playing around here, huh? In the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Let that summer burn.
Everybody in the place, move on to the floor. Move on to the floor. Everybody in the place, move on to the floor. I'm headed to the barnyard to get loose. Turning up, going hard with my crew. Moving to the floor, everybody from the line. It don't matter how you dance, let's have a good time. I just wanna see you barnyard boogie, barnyard boogie, barnyard to the club, everybody boogie, barnyard boogie, barnyard boogie, barnyard to the club, everybody boogie. First off, I'ma tap my feet, clap my hands while I listen to the beat. Got a little bit of trap with a country swing, so I add a little rap with a country slang. Now the 808 bumping, got the place jumping. Get up out the seat, baby, shake a little something. Put it on my horse like a rodeo. KZ about to hit you with the do-si-do. Little cute young filly, say she from the city. Even though I'm drunk, she wanna cut a roll with me. Put on my boots, cause it's time to get busy. Hand me my guitar, give me my whiskey. To the barnyard to get loose. Turning up, going hard with my crew. Moving to the floor, everybody from the line. It don't matter how you dance, let's have a good time. I just wanna see you barnyard boogie, barnyard boogie, barnyard to the club, everybody boogie, barnyard boogie, barnyard boogie, barnyard to the club, everybody boogie. Alright y'all, let me see you step. Slide to the right, now glide to the left. You can do it by yourself, you don't need no help. Little city boy swag, but it's country feel. And my pockets way bigger than a country bell. With a cup full of drink, getting drunk to death. Couple people in the club at the mosey in. 1 o'clock still going, let the party begin. Now, look at how she move that caboose. Now, love it when a woman get loose. Now, juicy, last name Fruit. Say she wanna dance, baby, hold my boots. I'm headed to the boneyard to get loose. To the note, going hard with my crew. Moving to the floor, everybody from my line. It don't matter how you dance, let's have a good time. I just wanna see you boneyard boogie, boneyard boogie, boneyard to the club, everybody boogie, boneyard boogie, boneyard boogie, boneyard to the club, everybody boogie.
Hey, yo, KC. Hey, let me see if I can get a swing of this thing right quick, man. Show them how we do it in the backwoods. They gon' slide with me now. Drink a little, smoke a little pine with me now. Dip to the left and the right with me now. Country boy getting buck wild in the city now. Look at, got 'em moving coast to coast. See them all y'all tripping like a rodeo. Shorty do so tight, see the camel toe. Show me what you're working with. Take it to the floor.
Back on the beat with another hitter. Did you violate it?
Don't stop, put it on your night. I know I'm hot, tell 'em on fire. I won't lie, feeling you all night. Let's get high, blow it up to the sky. The way you're looking at me got me feeling away. We touching, I can't focus, I want you to stay. 'Cause you're too damn nasty, and I'd be stupid if I let your fun is past me. Now, I want you to stay the night. Tomorrow, let's catch a flight. Your girl gon' be alright. Now, I won't tell if you keep quiet. Keep loving me every night. Tell gang you with me tonight. You see, I want it, so you gon' give it. I know you throw them hundreds, and I would give you a show. You pull up on me, I'm riding with you, you know. 'Cause where we going, only we know. He love my drip, drip, he take a sip, sip. We smoke a spliff, spliff, and we get lit, you know. He love my drip, drip, he take a sip, sip. We smoke a spliff, spliff, and we get lit, you know. We get the S550, getting high, doing 150. Holding my hand, steady kissing on me. We in the hills looking for a couple baddies. He ain't never had these. I put him on to that new, no, he fucking with me now. Guess I got a new boo-boo. I can't even lie, got me about to blow the back on you. Fuck it, throw it back for you. Now I'ma bust it down for you. You see, I want it, so you gon' give it. I know you throw them hundreds, and I'ma give you a show. You pull up on me, I'm riding with you, you know. 'Cause where we going, only we know. He love my drip, drip, he take a sip, sip. We smoke a spliff, spliff, and we get lit, you know. He love my drip, drip, he take a sip, sip. We smoke a spliff, spliff, and we get lit, you know. I want you to stay the night. Tomorrow, let's catch a flight. Your girl gon' be alright. Now I won't tell if you keep quiet. Keep loving me every night. Tell gang you with me tonight.
Hey, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the evening experience. And yes, you saw the one and only KZ, the artist, Cowboy Boogie. Cowboy Boogie. And don't do man. Don't. All right. And of course, the R&B princess herself, the one and only Vina Love. You got the opportunity to see her because I'm telling you, she's an incredible artist that's doing the damn thing, and that's doing what she's supposed to. I mean, she is hands down the young R&B generation that we need. Someone that's going to keep the actual genre alive. And I'm telling you, she is major heat. Yes, let's applaud that because she is incredible. She is top notch. She is the one and only Vina Love. And I definitely want y'all to tune in. Once again, KMJ Love, always. I love when they're here and they're checking us out. Big shouts out to them. Big shouts out to Corporal AK. Yes, Corporal AK. Yo, was popping. The one and only Corporal AK this year is taking on so many things. He's going to be doing so many incredible things this year. It's not going to be even funny. I want y'all to pay attention to the one and only Corporal AK. He is coming for the title because he's definitely pulling out that lyric and harmony. He's definitely pulling out so many stops. Rob for Model's Revenge. He's definitely put out Playtime Gangsters. He's definitely pulling out all the stops. Corporal AK. He also has a link in his bio for you to be able to buy his music. I'm telling you, he's fire. Matter of fact, I want them to understand why I say what I say. We're about to play that Playtime Gangsters. That's Corporal AK, the one and only Billy Dance from MOP, as well as Mac Wiles. This joint, let's get it. We about to do it. Okay. Hey.
Dreamers, straight schemers, all around and everywhere we go. It's all these Playtime Gangsters. All these Playtime Gangsters.
Playboy, you ain't about that life like a pair of church socks. You ain't got no stripes. Picture you whipping my ass. You ain't got no fight. I mean, you got a lot of bark, but you ain't got no bite. A blood clot lie your tail when you touch that mic. Boy, I seen you under pressure. You ain't bust no pipe. You play the crib all day. Homie, I know you're tight. You let that dude Tyrone come and fuck your wife. Same dudes in the club trying to front all hype. Be the same dudes that screaming out, chill. See, I acting all funky, get you jumped on sight and dragged down the block like you're marching for gay rights. Shout out to the homie Ray because he was right when he said I would say something that he no lie. This ain't just a good song, this is good advice that might one day save your life. Now Mac, tell him, homie.
Oh, wanna play a game you can't play. Oh, until a nigga jump in his face. Yeah.
What up?
The dreamers, straight schemers, all around and everywhere we go. All these Playtime Gangsters.
You really don't deserve to be called a G. You're not a good candidate to preserve the street. Your gang signs and your secret handshakes is weak. You only get it on in the form of tweets. Your whole persona is incomplete. Maybe that marijuana got you missing the beat. I don't know, but them leggings got you looking petite. This thing is out of control to the point that you wouldn't believe. We come from black blocks, black top, stone. I'm talking straight shots of Henny and Patron. And y'all doing daiquiris with a twisted line, following a nigga footsteps, calling it your grind. Homie, you only gangsta in your mind. And this magnum should help you draw the line. Starting 5, y'all niggas resign. I'm urban legend, y'all ride the pine.
Oh, wanna play a game they can't play.
We don't play them games.
Oh, until a nigga jump in his face. Yeah.
Real now.
The dreamers, straight schemers, all around and everywhere we go. All these Playtime Gangsters. I be frontin' on your timeline.
That's right.
And banging in your spare time. We just tryna have a good time. But fakes gotta get the rewind. Yeah, I'll be frontin' on your timeline.
That's right.
And banging in your spare time. We just tryna have a good time. But fakes gotta get the rewind. I don't care what Playtime niggas say. My niggas ain't got no time to play. Real stay real and all fake. For you lame ass niggas I say. Oh, wanna play a game they can't play. Oh, until a nigga jump in his face. Yeah. The dream
It's all these playtime gangsters.
Hey, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience, and I'm telling you, it's going down, people. That was the one and only Corporal AK. You saw it right there. I'm telling you. That brother said playtime gangsters. Like some of y'all playing like y'all gangster, but you're not gangster. Come for the title. He ready. Hey. Matter of fact, I'm going to let my boy say what he got to say. What? Say it again. Okay. That's how it's going down in 2020. If you ain't coming out like that, don't come out. Because you got to swing it, yell it, let everybody hear you coming. Matter of fact, y'all don't understand. I'm telling you, my man right now is setting it off so much that the cops is coming. This is how fire this joint is. And I'm going to let you know right now, the one and only Corporal AK telling all you wannabe rappers that
You suck.
big time. And I'm telling you, this is why. We're going to play that Rob for Models Revenge. Back to back Corporal AK. Let's go. Let's hit it. Corporal AK, Rob for Models Revenge. Y'all ready? Hey.
Count.
Yeah. What up? New York, Philadelphia. Yeah, we here now. Yo. Too many mumble rappers out here. Yo. It's time to clean house. Yo. These new niggas be swearing that they got that heat till I put their bird ass on ice like happy feet. Bring your hardest MC, I turn them taffy sweet. Put the gauge in his face like Daffy's beat. Y'all niggas can't be serious, I laugh at beef. Why would I swear the damn thing when I would clap at Keith? I catch you sitting on the throne, that's when I flash my piece and kindly whisper in your ear. Let me have that shit. DJ say I'm a whore the way I freak techniques. So when I spit I get loose like my grandpa's teeth. I'm a fat nigga, you know I never see defeat. Ask about me, I got love in these streets. They say it costs to be the boss. This game ain't free, so if you ain't playing your part, then pardon me. Trying to lock the shit down till I found the key. Now it's death, the mumble rap and these whack MCs. I put a tech under their peck with an upright press. Blow their heart through their mouth, make them say it with their chest. This is my house. Tell me who invited these guests. They on my couch, but I won't blame that on Flex. Let me find out. You rappers trying to crisscross the team. That's when I front on their ass like Mac Daddy G's. This here's the new rule for every need. The rest of these rappers get done dirty if they don't come clean. You not a
EMCEE. Don't even try to be. When you come off this beat, don't even lie to me. EMCEE. Don't even try to be. When you come off this beat, don't even lie to me.
These hating niggas is nuts, they be quacking me up. Mandalay Great White Owl was backing me up. On the cover of Straight Stuntin' Mag about the erupt. Had a dream, needed $1, so your boy went buck. Now I was lost in that storm, but when that lightning struck, I hit that battery in my back, nigga, I charged back up. Now you can catch me on the block with my boy Cold Crush. The D-Rush, shit get royal, how the drugs go flush. The next day I'm on the block with the 4-pound tuck, ready to exercise my right to get my weight back up. You got that ice in that cream, I'm on the back of your truck. Run in your crib and get that work like I'm battling luck. Two things that I don't give is up and fuck. So when you get that shit backwards, I will fuck you up. So please run toward me like you chemically imbalanced. This 4-pound can make you do the get out challenge. Lonzo Ball said Nas ain't hot, fuck you talking out. Dad Eddie rapping he like, bring the coffins out. Next time he cross that line, shit I'ma cross him out. Chip star, stretch his smile, give him the dolphin mouth. I'm Homer Simpson with these bars, rappers I duck them out. I try to put a bug in your ear, you said I'm bugging out. Well now you know who I be and what the buzz about. Snail just came out of his shell and we can slug it out.
EMCEE. Don't even try to be. When you come off this beat, don't even lie to me. EMCEE. Don't even try to be. When you come off this beat, don't even lie to me.
Hey, once again, it's your boy Mac 357. He said, I'll put a battery in your back and charge back up. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. The one and only Corporal AK. And big shouts out to the one and only, the most beautiful, incredible Raquel Johnson, a.k.a. she is KMJ Love, the brand that is the most beautiful brand of kids clothing that you can have for kids who have special needs, who want to look as beautiful as those kids who are normal. And I'm telling you, it's for every kid. but she made it with the process of that her daughter passed. God bless her and rest her soul. That she made them for everyone, so that they can have just as beautiful a look as beautiful as any other kids wearing regular clothing. KMJ Love, go get those t-shirts, go get those the onesies, go get the little dresses, go get everything that you want is there, from the booties to the socks to anything that you would want for your child to look as beautiful as they do. I'm telling you, make that happen. And I also want to say big shouts out to Puerto Rico. God bless. They just went through another major earthquake. God bless them and all that they're going through. God bless Australia for the fires that they're currently going through. God bless the animals. God bless the people. God bless everyone that is suffering at this moment. But the orange clown, oh my goodness, this jackass then started a war, and he gets like this. I'm gonna do it again because I really don't like him. I hope this time the little brown stuff come out on him. And I'm talking about the orange clown that sits inside of the freaking White House. Yes, he really sucks. And matter of fact, this is a real one. Wait. Got one more for him. Because he really gets on my. Okay. This clown has started a war with Iran. So he can. Now, many years ago, a lot of people don't understand this. Before President Barack Obama, my president, turned around and was getting ready to leave office, he said he was going to start a war with Iran and keep himself in office. So what did this clown do? Because he know his number was up. This clown turns around and does what? Takes the opportunity to start a war with who? Iran. To do what? To make sure that he would keep this jackass in office, because there is a law that's written that as a sitting president, you have to keep office while a war is on. This is crazy. I want this dude to be game over, because he really, and I really want to do this to him. That means I want to kick his behind. And he's really a loser. Okay. And making all the people in the world, I can breathe. They can't breathe. Why? Because this idiot needs to be big time. We need life, not hate, not destruction, not craziness that's going on in the world. We need people to pay attention to, all the people around the world doing. Yeah, I know this idiot's still in the chair. I can't believe it either, because, bruh, he's even making the animals bug out. I'm telling you, because this clown sounds to me, every time he talks, this is what I hear. Because I don't want to hear him. He's a jackass. It makes people go, oh my God! Why? Because everybody wants to. Because he's in the chair. I know. I get it. And I'll be glad when he's gone. That's when I'm going to do like this. But every time you turn on the TV, all you hear is, I know. I keep telling y'all, for a fact, right? Tell them again. Clown, straight clowning. But we're about to take a musical interlude and get ready for our first guest, Rob J. Let's go. Hey.
But for now, it's time to celebrate. Put your glasses in the air. Celebration. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes. I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes. DJ play my John. Time ticking, every day it's like I turn the clock. Big boy jackets, man, we used to play the block. Ty had them Knicks looking like tater tots. We was fly polo hoodie on with the polo straps. Just another winter, told her I'm a winner. Them nights cold, growing old, but you still a kid, huh? Nobody wanna make them grown moves. Pops died young, had the rhythm to my own blues. Damn, ain't no teachers for that. It's like you playing from behind when you younger, you black. They said the music right now, generational crack. I take the mic from these rappers, tell them run me the whack.
That was Showtime 212. The one and only Rob J is in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, we are here. We are live. We're going to see you momentarily up on the screen. It is incredible to have such a young artist who is sounding like a seasoned vet up on our show. Incredible work has gone in. This young man got that heat. Every time he puts on his Skype, or should I say his Instagram Live, people are in there going, sing to me, sing it, do it. And the reason why is because this brother can really, light it up. And we're going to listen to some of his music in a few. But what I'm going to do first is want to understand how did you, when did you first know that you could sing?
Yeah, definitely. So, first off, thank you for having me up here. First off, Rip, thank you. And,
no problem, brother. No problem.
It was this, we was running around the house one day, and I was just humming stuff. My mom was just like, come here, boy, you sound good. So she came there and sat me down. I never forget it. I sung the Black National Anthem.
Hey.
And she was like, you know what? We're going to get you on the Black History Program. So then from the Black History Program, we did that, and then it turned into me singing in the church choir, and then the rest is just history. Me and my brother had a children's gospel group that we were in when we were younger. We would travel over to different churches and sing and minister and perform. And so, from there on, we just nurtured the gift, and we just kept doing it.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That was a beautiful story. Come on, man. Everybody clap it up for that. That's definitely a beautiful story, because to have someone to believe, of course, all moms believe in their children, all mothers definitely that's my baby can sing, my baby can sing it.
Right.
But to have someone who can actually sing, that's incredible. Now, what part of Virginia are you from?
Yep, I'm from Norfolk, Virginia.
Norfolk? Okay.
Yeah.
I got family not too far away from you.
Okay.
I was down there last summer. Okay, you want me to lie to you? I just know I was in Virginia, but Norfolk is not too far away from where I was.
Yeah, no. We're in kind of the center of everything, the 757. So everybody from there knows how to navigate from that point to everywhere else. So I'll tell you on that.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Matter of fact, you never know that someone might be down there again. So you gotta let me know if you're doing any shows or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I can correlate and definitely come in there, do some video live, and we can definitely get it popping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a lot.
All right. Now, what is your style? What do you want this audience to know about your style? Like, what is your? Because when I hear you, I listened to a lot of R&B growing up. That was my thing, R&B. I like that smooth, sexy, flow, whatever the case is. And what is your style? Like, what do you want your audience to know about Rob J?
Yeah, definitely. So, like you were saying too, I'm a huge fan of R&B, obviously. So all of the greats, the Boys, the Men, New Edition, Tank.
What?
All of those guys. that's my thing.
What you know about that, youngin?
Man, I know a little something, man.
Okay.
Like I said, growing up, my mom played that, and it was nurtured in, saying that and the gospel was heavy.
Hey.
So I was always listening to that, J. Moss, Kurt Franklin, all of those guys, early, really gospel. Okay. So that was a big influence on me. And modern day, I take some sounds from a couple of my favorites modernly. Or always I've seen Chris Brown, Tank. So I take a little bit of that style and mix it with, my 90s tone, and I give it a little flair. I'm very versatile with my flow. So, I got stuff where, sound modern, and I got stuff on kind of slowing it down a little bit. And I do a little bit of pop, and then, I dance as well. So the music always kind of matched the feel of what I got going on. So
okay,
I guess I'm a versatile artist. I'm a fan, a lover of music. That comes first. I pride myself on being able to put out great content, and that's what I'm about.
Well, there's a couple people I think you should collaborate with. Arlen is Arlen is one of them. She's an incredible singer out in Philly. She is beautiful beyond measure, and I definitely think that that's someone that you should look out for. But tell me now, what you are, since you are lyrical and you are versatile, what type of music do you want your audience to have? Like, what is it? Is it sexy soul? Is it you trying to send them a message? What's going on? Tell them.
Yeah. So one of the things is, cause like I'm still young in this, and I'm growing along every day. I just really want my supporters and followers to really just grow with me. So right now I'm at the age where I'm still in the limelight. We in the clubs, we dancing, we turning up. So I put that feel out there, and I don't want to try to appear to be too older than what I am, because it'd be like, what is this young guy trying to be overly old, but I do have a respect for 90s R&B, because that's my roots. So like I said, I guess a little bit of mixture of that. I have sensual songs where it's just for the ladies that guys you listen to with your girl, and I got some stuff where you feel like you want to just get turned up with the fellas, and what I'm saying, if the ladies just want to get in the feel, they can listen to that too. So I just want my supporters to really just grow with me as an artist, and just kind of be like, dang, I remember he was talking about going to the club and dancing. Now he talk about relationships and, wanting to be that committed fellow, what I'm saying? Or Lord forbid if I make a mistaken relationship, and they talking about me apologizing, So I just want my supporters just to grow with me, right now.
I see them doing that, because the other night when I went to your live, one woman was like, "Sing to me, baby, sing it." I'm like, "Oh, okay, all right." Rob moving the crowd.
Yes sir. But that's just what I want everybody to do to grow with my content. Like I said, I don't want to try to portray myself to be this overly mature guy would be like, you too old. But I just want just to show everybody where I'm at in my life and have fun with my career. So that's the rate I'm going at right now. So I guess if you want to say like what you can listen to, it's a whole lot of vibes. Like if you listen to my projects or my singles, usually there will be something that everybody can get with. What I'm saying, that's on there, or there's gonna be at least one song of mine that that you're gonna like, want to bob your head to. So
okay,
yes sir.
So with that being the case, before we hit your first song, can you give us a little ditty or something to let them know why you Rob J?
Oh yeah, definitely. So are you saying like to sing something real quick? Or
yes sir, that's a little ditty.
Okay, all right. I'm not trying to question you, just can't stop thinking about you. You ain't even really gotta be my girlfriend. Sounds like,
okay.
Sounds like. Yes, sir.
I think we're gonna start off with the first song, "What I Like."
Okay, definitely.
To give them a little something that they can sink their teeth into about Rob J. This is What I Like. Let's go.
Yes, get it.
Hey.
Another level, we got different lives. Make it bosses with money, cause it's only right. And shawty's with it, me, cause I'm tipping right. Damn it, till she leaving, skirting off tonight. She tryna vibe with the kid, just tryna see how I live. She said she dope, she will, yeah. She like the fact that I'm real, yeah. Whole stack, I ain't gotta lie. And I don't need relations, I just need one night. Turn I kinda feed it off the Grey Goose. The gin in the system got me feeling loose. Yo, what you gon' do?
do it. She really ain't feeling you. You going outside, you a weird dude. She want a thug. She ain't tryna make love. If it likes to take some kind of drug, what kind? I don't know what it was. She helped me run off on the plug. Had to turn up with me at the club. She told me tried to work it out, that was a dub. You is what I like. Met her this morning, guarantee I can tonight. The play can't wait, I gotta lay you down, you up tonight. I'm mad because I twice, baby.
I like what I like. She do things for me that you never thought she might. All this money in my hands, tryna blow it all tonight. I'm used to this life, cause that's just what I like. I like what I like. She do things for me that you never thought she might. All this money in my hands, tryna blow it all tonight. I'm used to this life, cause that's just what I like. Cause that's just what I like.
That's just what I like. Hey.
Yes, sir.
Turn up. Hey. All right. Okay.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
I definitely hear that new sound that everybody that trap type beat. Who was the rapper?
Yeah, that's the baby.
You know I knew who that was, but I'm just I wanted you to say it. No, I just wanted you to say it.
Look, I'm killing the buzz. I'm sorry, everybody. I'd like to introduce, the baby on the track with me.
Hey.
It was dope. Definitely getting him on the record. He's doing this thing right now. Shout out to him and his team. They're moving, they're making waves. So to have him up on the track was just like incredible. I'm like,
and God bless him, and I hope he gets out of this situation that he's currently in.
Yeah, me too, man. That's something else I look at as a lesson as well, because just having the right people around you and making sure you're
okay.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said that. It's not
yes,
even,
sir.
It's not even. And that's the reason why I have Patience J coming on the show today, also to talk about some of that stuff. But what I want to say is, it's not only having the right people around you, but you have to change your mindset when you're in a different way and in a different part of your life.
Correct.
You have lawyers for that. If somebody doesn't pay you your money, sue them. Take their entity. If they got a club or a promotion brand, take everything. But do it the legal way. Don't go after somebody the hood way. Everybody knows the hood way. Put the mask on. Come up in there.
You're too high up and successful for that.
Bingo.
Definitely. You got to protect the bag.
But that's definitely a fire joint. I can see that hitting the airwaves of all airwaves.
Appreciate
and
it.
Definitely, I got to holler at my boy DJ Self out here in Power 105 and be like, yo, bruh, you need to listen up a little something.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definitely hit him. Yes, sir.
We definitely got to get that on the airwaves.
Facts.
So, tell me about this next track, because this sounds a little bit like a ballad. When I hear it, well, at least read the title, For You.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Like, girl,
so,
that's
so
when you get that. Hold up, that's when you get that R&B voice on. Excuse me, girl.
Okay, let me put it on.
That's for you.
So, not playing. Nah, but pretty much I wrote that song based on a past relationship that I was in.
Okay.
And she was a big inspiration for the track. I was just pretty much letting her know that I'm there for her, and anything she need, I got her, and I care about her.
So. That's that pimp juice right there. Go ahead.
There you go. Yes, sir.
All right, he said, "Girl, I'm just like, you know what that sounds like? That sounds like you waiting for her man to mess up, and you know that you're gonna be there for when he does."
Oh man,
am I wrong?
It's whatever you want. It's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's whatever you want it to be.
I'm paying attention, Rob J. I'm paying attention. Because that's what it sounds like.
Man.
From what you just said, that's exactly what it sounds like. But we're gonna let you slide on that one. We ain't gonna put your business out there, Rob J.
I appreciate that, brother.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So right now we're gonna get into that track called For You. This is by the one and only Rob J.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go. Let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Kyrie, he'll do it, yo. I'll cross over your seas. I'll come my knees to make sure you're happy. To make sure you're happy. Make sure that makes everything seem okay. When I'm drowning in sorrow, you come through and rescue me. Every day is your inaction, achieve satisfaction in my eyes. Cause baby, you better know my Johnson. Ain't got a flex cause you know you got it inside. Compromise my needs to make sure you're happy. To make sure you're happy. Make sure that tipping over, falling over her. She pushed me closer to my goals when I'm not close enough. Sometimes we fight like every night, I feel like giving up. I've said I'm done, I'm moving on. Truth is I'm hooked on ya. I never do you dirty, although sometimes we argue. I know that things ain't perfect, but I know this is worth it. Stay down for me, stay down for you. We can act like cursive, well-rounded. We were so perfect, all for you. I'll cross over your seas, I'll compromise my needs to make sure you're happy. To make sure you're happy. Make sure that you're
Okay. Yes, that's right. R&B Mac 357 in the building. No, I'm joking. All I'm going to say is, Rob J, bruh, you are definitely the truth. You the young truth.
Appreciate you.
Miss Vina Love is the R&B princess. You might be the R&B prince.
Hey, I take that title.
Okay.
I take that.
I'm definitely feeling your music. I'm definitely can tell you that you definitely got a vibe about you that is old and new, and you definitely can play in both genres,
yes, sir.
Which is an incredible thing. Now, do you have an EP out?
I actually do. I have actually a whole album out. It's called 22 the album, and it's pretty much about my experiences growing up, being a young man. I'm 23, you know what I'm saying, but at the time I was 22 when I wrote it. So just a bunch had to cut it up real quick.
Okay.
Just a bunch of different experiences and relationships and a whole bunch that I was going through in my life. I just really took the time to put into that album. And so I called it 22, just kind of summing up everything together and then just giving it to the world. So
yeah, I think you're gonna have a few more relationships after them listening to this songs.
Man, this joint, yeah. I got a couple. I'm gonna have a couple more trial and error. So,
and when and if you do come to NYC, you definitely got to stop in studio.
Definitely, you're gonna be definitely one of the first people I hit up. And I was actually supposed to be out there this weekend, but I had to stay and make sure some things are straight on this end. But I will be down there probably in February. So y'all number one on the jump. We're gonna get that physical interview, man.
I will come in, just like you saw. I don't know if you used to watch the show Martin. You saw I was with Cole.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will come to wherever you are. I do go and get the video. We chop it up. We do it live. I take some footage of you doing what you do best, and then we put it out there, and everybody be like, "Damn, that's Rob J." Rob J is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Hey,
I'm with it.
So 22 the album. If you are speaking in third person, what would they know about the 22-year-old you?
A lot of mistakes, a lot of trust, a lot of love, and a lot of fun.
Okay.
And, like I said, it's just a sum up of what I pretty much went through during that span all the way up to me, turning 22, going into 23. So relationships, heartbreak, having fun with my guys, just feelings and just vibes or experiences that I went through. It's all in there. So I think that listening to the album, people would get a pretty good sense of where I was coming from, and I placed it together in a way where you can listen to it and be like, okay, I see what's going on here. And then by the end of the project, you can have an idea of, a couple of feelings that I was feeling, and you feel like you know a little bit about me. So,
well, henceforth, you just talked about the vibe. So the joint we're gonna play right now is called "Vibe Is Right."
Oh yeah, yes sir.
So we definitely gonna get that vibe in, and we're gonna let them vibe out to you and what you're doing, and let everybody know what it's all about. Let's go.
Facts. Let's get it.
Hey.
Don't gotta deny it. You know you want it, girl. I've been thinking about it. I think it's time, girl. We should leave this place and do us tonight. Cause the vibe is right, and the time is right, yeah. Hey, shawty, it's you I'm pursuing. I see you over there playing hard to get, but with a little bit of talking, I can guarantee that you like what I'm saying. We can be friends on another level, not into rushing things, but for you I'd rather put you on top and make you my main thing. I'ma keep it 100 so it ain't no problems. You're an A-list girl, ain't gotta want for nothing. From here on out, baby, you can call on me. Yeah. Don't gotta deny it. You know you want it, girl. I've been thinking about it. I think it's time, girl. We should leave this place and do us tonight. Cause the vibe is right, and the time is right, yeah. Oh, baby. The night is too young, and there's things for us to get into. Let's get away, oh yeah, to a place more comfortable for two. I just want some one-on-one time with you, yeah. Let me whisper in your ear some secrets. We converse both ways like offense, defense. I'm trying to turn you into a believer. I'ma keep it 100 so it ain't no problems. You're an A-class girl, ain't gotta want for nothing. From here on out, baby, you can call on me. All you gotta do. Oh, don't gotta deny it. You don't gotta deny it. You know you want it, girl. I've been thinking about it. I think it's time, girl. We should leave this place. Leave this tonight. Cause the vibe is right, and the time is right, yeah. Don't gotta deny it. You know you want it, the timing is right. Cause the vibe is right, and the timing is right. Hey, cause the vibe is right, and the timing is right. It's our time tonight, it's our time tonight, yeah.
Hey, hey, when the vibe is right,
there we go.
The vibe is right. Hey. Okay. Rob J in the building. That joint, I'm telling you, is on the album 22. Y'all need to go get that album. You need to vibe out. You need to rock with that joint with him and the baby. You need to rock on all his joints. You messing up? This is a track for you. You want love? There's a track for you. You want to feel a vibe? There's a track for you.
Definitely.
Tell me, if you had a young and up and coming singer who was coming in behind you, what would you say to him? And what would you let them know so they can understand what's going on?
Yeah, I would definitely say, be prepared to work hard, because a lot of hard work. Be your first supporter and your first fan, regardless of what anybody says, like they're your number one supporter. You got to make sure that you're always your first supporter. So to make sure you take care of yourself. Definitely have fun with it, and don't pay attention to too much what other people are doing, but really focus on perfecting your craft and, making sure that you stand out and that you are an individual. Especially because with social media right now, it's real easy to kind of fall into the lines of what everybody's going and, what the latest trends are. But just stay true to yourself, honestly, and just have fun with it. And there's nothing too crazy that you can ever talk about. Just make sure you put it the right way in your music.
And I like the fact that you said that, because a lot of people are trying to be, and I always speak on it, be something that they're not. And when I say that, people are trying to be what the industry wants and not themselves. And you can tell it's disjointed and not working the way it's supposed to, because you sound like everybody else, but you don't stand out.
Yeah.
And
that's real.
And you definitely stand out, young man.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
I want to thank you for being a guest here today. I want to thank you for being a person that stands by your music. I thank you for making that music so we can have something to move to and groove to. And I definitely love the vibe.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me, man. Like I said, when I'm in New York, we got to sit down and get that physical done. But sure.
Done, and more done, because you can't buy greatness. It has to be instilled, and it has to be innate, meaning it's in you.
Yes, sir.
And you definitely have that. And I want to thank you for being a guest here today, and thank you for doing what you do best, and thank you for being part of the evening experience on Thursday, 5 to 7. It goes down with your boy Mac 357. This is the one and only Rob J, and he is here. He did the damn thing, and we about to say salute.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
All right. Appreciate you, bro.
No problem.
All right.
All right, so we're about to take another musical interludes and get ready for our next guest, Miss Patience J, a.k.a. PJ herself. She's getting ready to Skype in not too long from now. So we're going to take a quick musical interludes and be right back. Let's go. Hey.
For now, it's time to celebrate. Put your glasses in the air. Celebration. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes. I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes. I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Time ticking, every day it's like I turn the clock. Big boy jackets, man, we used to play the block. Ty had them Knicks looking like tater tots. We was fly, polo hoodie on with the polo socks. Just another winter, told her I'm a winner. Them nights cold, growing old, but you still a kid, huh? Nobody wanna make them grown moves. Pops died young, had the rhythm to my own blues. Damn, ain't no teachers for that. It's like you playing from behind when you younger, longer you black. They said the music right now, generational crack. I take the mic from these rappers, tell them run me the wax. Now go DJ, turn this up to the max. Feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Right now we counting down the days till the ball drop. You be hating on the kid like a mall cop. When this song pop, tell them keep it in rotation and free all the victims to that mass incarceration. She look good on the outside, charter school, but can't cook a meal, never been a Whole Foods. This beat so full, got me feeling old school. Hot top fade with the part I'm in my juice mood. Call me Bishop with the bars. You gotta speak it, then believe it, I'm a rock star. I won't have my children living in a boxcar. Take your mind out the gutter if you wanna go far. It's the teacher that write bars, still managed the class. And the student that wowed out, still managed to pass. You can learn a lot from my situation. I turn hard times to hard times celebration. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Mama told me go to school, boy, you better make it. So I had to go to school, mama, now I made it. Yeah, I know you proud of me now. And your boy stay fresh like you powdered me down. I want the house and the car, on my own business. And all the chicks that I played, I'ma need forgiveness. Like LL, I'm in the house now. I'm in the booth sipping deuce while we count down. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. Cheers tonight. Feel the vibes, I'm in there tonight. Tell the DJ play my joint. New York, New York, Boogie the Bronx, Harlem the style, Brooklyn is wild, Queens is right, Staten Island the night. Flex this for New York City. Sound like.
Boy, if it's cool tonight, yeah, we can get down. Got nothing to lose tonight, yeah, we gon' get down. Boy, what you wanna do? Feeling my body closer to you. Boy, I'm dancing for you, pulling my body closer to you. Give me your mind, collect all the thoughts in your head. Give me your heart, protect you from thoughts in your head. Feel it in the dark, I can feel you from afar. For you, in your eyes I see the stars. I've been looking for you. I can feel it in the air. One puff, I'm blown away. I can feel it in the air.
I am enamored. I am elated. I am so happy to have the one and only Patience J in the building, looking flawless as usual. Hi, gorgeous. How are thee?
I am fabulous and so excited to be on today.
I want to tell you, just from my perspective, and then I'm going to let her speak. This is an incredible, beautiful, talented PR, public relations person in the industry. She is so giving. She is so kind. She works extremely hard. Now, I thought I worked hard, but Patience J takes the cake on working hard. Between New York and Philly, listen, she just is moving back and forth like you would like drive down the street to your corner store. She driving to New York like that because she is always moving for her artists, always moving for her craft. She is a radio pusher. She is just one of the most profound and prolific PR people that I know. And I want to tell you, I'm not saying that just because I know her. I'm telling you because of the fact that I see the work going in. I see, I invited her to an event. She shows up. She's like, Mac, I'm here. What's up? Let's do it. And, this is the incredible work that I talk about by her being and always bringing her artists with her. Like, listen, we need to be at this function. Let's get it. Let's do it. And, that type of work is what I want to discuss today. And the jewels that will be dropped on this show, The Evening Experience today, will be, you can put those in your crown and you can definitely wear them because she is that tight in her skills of what she does in public relations work for the people. And, it's about time we have some of the people behind the scenes in the forefront because they need it.
Oh, I appreciate you. I'm always emotional every time you talk about me because I am behind the scenes. People don't necessarily know the work that goes in to creating a brand, pushing an artist, and whether or not you're an artist or a DJ or an independent business owner, it's all the same. So the behind the scenes work is really, it's nice to be acknowledged. So I appreciate you, Mac, for the warm welcome. That's like that Diddy intro you just gave me.
Listen, I'm going to start doing my Diddy dance. All right. What I want to start off with is if you could define what public relations is. Now, I tell people all the time, it's actually what it sounds like. It's relating whatever, as you said, brand, person, entity, or whatever it is to the public.
That's correct. And you nailed it right on the head. So public and relations. So in order to do what we do, you have to build relationships. And it takes years to curate a relationship. I mean, for instance, we've known each other for years, but it doesn't mean that we met, shook hands, and immediately started doing business. It took a long time for us to get to the space that we are. So it could be months, years before you get somewhere. So really having somebody who's communicating with people on behalf of you, it's curating relationships and then taking those relationships and bringing them further, bringing your artists, your clients, and introducing them. And that's really important too, especially with my clients. I can be the person who negotiates for you. I can go in and say, hey, here's this person, but I need you to build a relationship as well. It's so important that you have that one-on-one relationship skills.
So on top of that, because that is key factor, culminating and building relationships to help a person to succeed, maybe in an area or genre or place, periodical, TV, magazine, wherever it is, because of the fact that you, the person who is behind the scenes, have grown a relationship, have worked in the industry for a while, and people start to know your name, you start to build trust, you start to build a relationship with that person, and now when they have a door or an opportunity for you to place your artist, brand, business, or whatever it is in front of whatever their audiences are or whatever their people are, that you have that opportunity because you did the work, you did the groundwork, you laid the foundation.
Exactly. And the foundation piece is one of the most important parts. Just like if you were building a house, you're gonna pour your foundation first. If not, the whole thing is going to crumble.
Hey. Okay, people, you heard it here first. As I told you, dropping jewels. So when y'all go out to hire these people, you have to make sure, and I'm going to shout out a few of them later, who are in the game, who I really trust with people and businesses and different other things, that I will say, look out this person, look for this person, or shout you out on my show. And the reason why is because of the fact that I have to believe in you. I'm not going to just put you out there just because we met in a space. I have to see the work. And that's one thing I can tell you, and I'm gonna say it again, hands down. This woman works extremely hard for her clients, go above and beyond for her clients, make sure that they are always in the forefront of what she's doing. And that, to me, speaks volumes about the person that I'm sitting here talking to at this moment. My next question is, what do you think is wrong? Because I saw you put up a blurb earlier that if you want to be famous, if you're looking just to be famous, then you're in the wrong industry. Because I tell people this all the time, and I coined this because I see stuff like that. I want to be infamous. I don't want to be famous. I want to be infamous. I want to be known for something that when people tune in, they watch, or they're listening, they go, hey, Mac, I know what I'm going to get. This is going to be an incredible show because you're about celebrating people. You're about helping people. You're about wanting people to grow in this industry, whether it's on a large scale or a small scale. You want somebody to be as big as they can be. Yes, that's me. Now, you, Patience J, you are a person that want people to be grounded and rooted in what they're doing, not just, okay, throw the cameras at me, I'm here, let's pop the bottles. You want them to be more than that.
Absolutely. And that's because you can lose it as fast as you get it. So you could hit the billboards and pop off, and then a month later, nobody's interested in anything that you're doing. And I'm going to use an example, and it's not to throw shade. We're going to use some examples, though. So just look at your Love and Hip Hop cast members just from New York alone. How many of them have continued to do seasons? What have they done since they left? Which ones made it, and which ones are still on the back burner? And they've been on national, global television with millions of people tuning in. So if there's people that are on Love and Hip Hop, The Voice, so on and so forth, remember, millions of people are tuning in. So what are you getting out of that? So this is kind of goes back to like the power of the brand. So you're creating, just because you have a digital product, just like in music, you're a brand. So if I were to take just Patience J and remove radio pushers from the equation, I'm still going to stand on my own. I created a foundation, a name for myself, a face for myself, and I'm out there all the time. So I stand alone with or without radio pushers because of the brand name. Obviously, being radio pushers, senior vice president, that kind of brings things to a little higher spectrum. But the power of the brand, it's just like when you're walking around and you see somebody walk by you with a Rock Nation hat on. That one airplane, you automatically know what clothing line, what celebrity, what liquor, and what record label is all tied to that one airplane. Power of the brand.
And once again, Jewel dropped. Hello. And what a lot of people don't understand about the industry in and of itself is it's not, you're right, you have 15 minutes to take the opportunity to turn yourself into something different. And there are some people who was on Love and Hip Hop in New York, and I'm going to just speak about Love and Hip Hop in New York, that are not on there, and you don't know who they are anymore. It's like, oh, what happened to, what's his face?
Exactly.
And that's what you get, because you had the opportunity. I believe in carpe diem. I believe in seizing the day. And especially when there's things that need to be seized. There are times in which you need to place yourself in certain places to get things done. You're not going to get that done if you're, quote unquote, flying by the seat of your pants or hoping that somebody remembers you from, aren't you that person from, what's that place?
Exactly. Exactly. And I use this example all the time. So let's switch gears out of music for a second. You could be opening, you just purchased an American Cut Steakhouse restaurant and you're going to do a grand opening in New York. So I can bring 500 people to your grand opening and have them in the building. But that once I get them there, it's your job to make sure that they're having a good experience. So when they got there, how long was the wait? Is your hostess nice? Was the silverware clean on the table? Was your food cooked properly? What reason are you giving these people to come to you? and then keep coming back? What experience have you created for them? You have to make an impression on people's lives in order. You're not selling car insurance where everybody needs car insurance, or health insurance, or life insurance. You have a digital product that's not in demand. It's not an everyday necessity like a toothbrush. So what impact are you leaving, and relationships, again, are you building with your community? So, I mean, just look at Cardi. People forget that Cardi had money, had a budget, and had a whole team. She has a movement. Barty Gang is there. If you don't have that, you have to work so much harder. It takes time to build that. And you got to remember, she was in the clubs getting paid, selling out clubs before she was on TV, because she had built her social media up so big. Lots of artists do that too. They'll do other types of branding before they switch gears into music. You'll see a lot of artists that do comedy first. And then once they've established their fan base, their profile, their followers, then, okay, I'm going to switch gears.
Like DC Young Fly.
Exactly, yeah, and drop your music.
Hey. What do you think?
You said something earlier that I want to quickly just go back to. Earlier you mentioned trust. Yes. And I feel like that's one of your biggest keys in the industry. This is a really, really tough, career decision to be in the entertainment industry. People forget that it's a business. So it's not like we're in middle school and we're going to art class or to music class. It's not called show business for no reason. So unfortunately, when you're in school, though, that's something that we're lacking, is education on the business side of things. Just like they don't necessarily teach you in school on how to balance a checkbook or pay your bills on time.
Bingo.
Or about your credit score before they just send you off into the world. So there's just so much lacking in education, and there's so many companies, people are buying into a hype or a brand. Now, other successful businesses, just because a brand is successful and you know their name, doesn't mean they offer a viable service. They were just successful in doing the same thing you're trying to create and get your name out there. So that education piece, so many people scam everybody, especially in the music industry, especially on the hip hop side of the industry. Trust is like your biggest thing that's lacking. So like, cool, $30, $50. People don't want to spend money because they've just had so many bad opportunities.
And that's going to lead me to my next segue. There's a lot of people out there who call themselves publicists. There are a lot of people out there who call themselves, industry standard, like they are it. And a lot of them don't have a connection of first. A lot of people don't understand that you have to go with people who are legitimate in their business. Check them out. Just like you check out your sneakers and you go hard online to make sure you get the right pair and this size is coming in. You can't have that if you don't deal correctly with the right people. You have to have the right people who have the right connections to get you out there. If she is, quote unquote, radio pushers, you got a vice president sitting in front of you that you don't know is the vice president of that actual industry, and you go, yo, I'm thinking about getting my music out there, you know what I'm saying, I want to get it popping or whatever the case is, and not have someone that can actually do that job, but will tell you that they can do that job, but can't do that job. And you're sitting there throwing money, and then find out this person got you performing at the local corner gas station for a free tank of gas. Listen, yeah, then you're like, skewed and a little bit, taken back by the industry, but you got to know who you're dealing with. You got to know that the person is on their A game and that they're really about what they say they are. Her proof is in the pudding. Every day you will see numbers pop up of people that she's put into her purview, if you want to say, and got them to where they need to be. The proof is in the numbers. The proof is in the dollar that's going in those people's pockets. Now, another thing is you got to pay the people that you work with. You can't sit there and say, hey, I want a PR person. Yo, can you publicize me for some snack cakes? No, that doesn't work like that. They got to eat too. You got to pay them the money that they're worth because they can do so much for your career. And even if you start off on a low basis, when you get to that high status because of all the work they put in, raise that money up. Get them to where they need to. Pay them their rate. Pay them their rate.
And there's not a cheat sheet. So it's not like, okay, here's this one list of people and everybody falls into this category. So I have this one sheet, all of the markets, and like everybody falls into that category. As a publicist, it takes hours. Every time you have a new client come in, their audience is different. Their brand aligns with completely different brands than the previous client. So sitting down and spending hours doing the market research, putting together your targets, making spreadsheets, drafting emails, doing your EPK, that takes hours. And people don't realize how much time goes just into the research to set an artist up for what appropriately is going to fit with that person's brand, because there's no one size fits all for everybody that's in the industry.
And for those who are novice to the word EPK, that's electronic press kit. Yes, just to let you know what that is. Yeah. That means she's getting you out on the wire. You have to have a certain, if you want to say, pictures and or backstory to the person, so that person can know about who you are and what they're letting into either their venue or whatever the case is. Or maybe you want to collaborate with somebody and they ask for an EPK, or radio stations like mine, hello, that want to sit here and get a guest on the show. I got to know who you are. I ask the actual PRs or your managers who do /PR for an EPK. I ask for an electronic press kit because I want to know who I'm dealing with. And some people don't have them ready. You know, yo, son, I ain't got that thing. What you need from me?
That's the thing, though. It's like people forget how to use the internet. Like, I'm an 80s baby. We're going to let that out. I'm an 80s baby. So, like, when I would go to school, you know, if I wanted to research and look something up, I had to go to the library, get out books, encyclopedias, and look it up. People forget that we have Google or something. So, you know, when I started my music career, the first thing I thought is okay, what college do I need to go to? What do I need to do? The first thing I did was go to the internet and type in, I want to start a music career, or I want to be a musician. I mean, the same 10 list of here's the top 10 things you need to do are right there on the internet.
Right.
And I will say, you know, independent artists, just like when I got started in the game, you know, I started out doing independent artist bookings. So I was very lucky, though. I worked with a reggae artist who had, this is before we had Facebook and Instagram and things were run off your numbers. So we were getting booked at multiple states, multiple locations, and getting paid, also important. That was my job when I first got started. Then I moved into club promotions, working with DJs. Then, okay, let me step my game up, work with celebrities, let me invest and do my own shows. I kind of learned the hard way because, you know, I came from a market. I'm from New England, so I grew up in Vermont. My closest cities are places like Boston or in New Hampshire. So, you know, you'd go out for a few months, you'd see all these big lit parties, thinking the promoters, you know, were doing X, Y, Z, but you're not asking the right people questions. So, okay, how can I get on your next show? Here's $10,000 of my money, and you necessarily haven't vetted the situation. This is one of the things that I do for independent artists and work with them so much. And this is something we're really passionate about at Radio Pushers. Is, again, there's so much education lacking. So artists don't necessarily know how to vet a situation. So when people come to me, I have tons of clients. Feel free to reach out to any of them, ask their personal experiences. So I made the mistake of trusting just anybody when I got started in the industry, was handing over money, and turns out these people have no real direct connections. So I spent 2 years, $45,000 with the wrong people, spending it, and it goes quick. you can have a budget and have money and go through it so fast if you're not doing it the correct way. My 3rd year in the industry, I spent another $15,000 just cleaning up my mistakes. If I wanted to work with somebody, I went directly to the source. Okay, cool. You're booked at this club. I'm going to pay to get into that club. I will pay to get across that red rope. I'm going to find the promoter just to shake your hand, build that relationship. Hi, how are you? Remember my face. I'm going to keep seeing you. You know, that way you can reach out, build a rapport, because I wasn't working with anybody after that. It took me a long time to start trusting people again, because so many people had taken money from me and weren't offering viable services. So it is hard for an artist who doesn't have any relationships, doesn't have any connections, but that's where you need to step out of your comfort zone. Don't be afraid to DM stuff. You'd be surprised. I mean, if you're going to try to hit up DaBaby or Cardi, you know, they have millions of people coming into their inbox. They're probably not going to see it, so they're probably not going to get back to you.
What does it say?
But if you reach out to, you know, Talib Kweli or a Havoc or, you know, a 112, people like that have been in the game for years and in the industry, they actually will talk to you. These artists are genuine. Like, they will tell you their story, give you advice. You would be surprised when you start doing the research. So that's something that I do. I have artists that have never spent money with me, that I've known for 10 years. They still will call me to this day. Hey, I got this email, or hey, this person reached out. They'll forward it over. I'll review, vet the situation, and let them know, you know, just simple things like, oh, I got an email from Universal. Okay, did it come from a Gmail account? Because that's not from Universal.
Hello.
So common sense and doing simple things like Googling. When you buy a product on Amazon, or, you know, say you're buying new furniture, wherever it is, you're looking at the reviews. So why wouldn't you be looking at the reviews or Googling the people that you're working with?
Because sometimes people get so excited about what the person has offered them, and then basically they forgot their whole mindset of, I need to make sure this person is real. I mean, to make sure that if I'm investing my time, what it is that I need in order to invest my time. And a lot of people don't understand, as the song goes, you're being pimped and hoed by the industry. Hello. And a lot of people don't know that. They forget that. They forget that this is, like you said, a business. A business is something that an entity is something that has a structure, has, as you said, a foundation, something that it builds upon, something that it creates as far as you being able to put out a product, put out a service, put out something that's tangible that people can then align with and then take in and then pay you for it, so you can then have the life that you want, or the gold 55,000 gold chains that people buy these days. A lot of people don't understand is a lot of these artists get screwed because of the fact that they take that upfront money, not understanding that upfront money costs you something.
Exactly.
Not understand that it's a contractual situation that takes and throws you something that you never had before, and then you become open. And when you become open, you sign your life away. You sign away your rights to your music. You sign away, and then you wonder why 30 years later you still out there. God bless them. If it isn't love, you know, New Edition got screwed big time because they not only did some of it to themselves, but the other part is they align with people who screwed them.
Yeah, and they don't have entertainment lawyers, so that's another thing too. So just the other day, I had an artist, and I got a real slave contract. That's what we call it in the industry. You literally sign your life away. I got this contract from an artist the other day who wanted me to review it. Okay, now mind you, he called an entertainment lawyer. On average, we're talking, what, $600
an hour
for a lawyer in New York. We're talking $80 to $100 a page, per page for the contract. Plus, once that hour is up, you're looking at pages and hours. So thankfully, the contract was only 6 pages. I have a lot of relationships, so I'm not having to, take the suspense. I can call my lawyer and say, hey, will you help me go through this? That is huge just there in itself, having somebody to review a contract. So many artists sign contracts not having any idea what they've signed. So the contract the other day I got was their publishing. It took all of their BMI, rights to use their name. It literally took everything. And then the artist could be signed in under 3 levels. Level 1 was a rookie, and the max payout is $200,000. So if you're DaBaby and you have $30 million in record sales, the record label contract is only going to pay you $200,000 because that's what you're signed for, and they're going to keep the rest of the money.
Hello.
Now, the next level up, you have to get voted into. So say you get along with everybody, but there's one person at the label who doesn't like you. That person can vote against you, moving up to the next payout structure, which is, $700,000. Or you can come in as a pro and have no limitation on your earnings. But artists forget if they get an advance. Advances don't. That's few and far between. Labels do not give out advancements
Not
these
anymore.
days. Not unless it's a guarantee. You have to remember, this is the part that people forget about a label. They are a financial institution.
Correct.
So they're the people putting up the money for you. So no different than if you were going to go buy a house, you would have to put your pay stubs together. You'd have to go to the bank, get a loan, get signed off. That's the exact same process of a label. They have the relationships in place, and they're the ones backing the money. They need to see your return on investment. Okay, what are you generating now? And of course, music, you're earning pennies, fractions of pennies. It's not even a whole penny. You're earning fractions of pennies. So if the label's putting up money for you, you have to pay all of that money back before you get paid. So that means every photo shoot, every time you traveled and wanted to take a jet, every hotel, everything has to be paid back for the label's expenses before you're generating revenue.
And it's not even just the payback for all of that stuff. Or what a lot of people don't understand is labels these days really want to put money behind people who are already established. And when I say that, I mean people who have a social media presence. You have 100,000 followers organic. They're following you because they like your music, they like your product or whatever you're putting out. And then that means you already have a presence out there in the world. So next they go, okay, we don't have to put a lot of marketing dollars behind you, because I know for a fact if you say, I like Sprite, everybody's gonna go out and buy Sprite. Okay, so now we know if you put out an album, 100,000, at least we know for the 150,000 people you got on your live, they're gonna go buy that album. Now you charge $2 for that. We didn't make $2 million. Okay, we know for a fact all we gotta give up is studio time. That's nothing. It's in house. Come in the studio, get it done, work on it. Yeah, you got the project ready? All right, put it out. They want to know that you are marketable, that you have some, and right now it's about saturation. It's not about music anymore. It's about saturation. When I say that, I mean that everybody is a cookie cutter of everybody else. Everybody sounds like everybody else. Everybody going, him and hada, what hada, coulda, bring it, hey, bring it. And it's like, oh, you sound like that? Okay, you don't have no, you're not a really big drug user, right? You don't have no skeletons in your background? Okay, yeah, we can market, we can pimp, we can screw you, we can put you out there and make it seem as if we're doing you a favor, because we know for a fact it's going to sell. We know it's going to sell, so we don't need to do much to you. We just want to put you out there, make as much money as we can make off of you at the moment in which we can do it, until you start to fizzle, and then it's like, yeah, okay, toss that one away, next one.
Yes, because you can be signed to the label and be, a Fetty Wap who's not being able to put any music out, or a Wale who gets dropped from the label. If you're not producing, they're not keeping you. And then again, just like I said, Fetty, when was the last time you heard him drop music?
Facts.
Why? Because the label was not letting him. There's mad celebrities who post all the time, like, keep messing around and I'll put y'all on blast. So it's like, why are you guys artists running to these labels? And the other thing is, if a label's coming to you, those numbers you were just talking about have to be real. There is a difference between looking good, having it, and actually having it. So most people's social media these days
is fake.
little to no engagement rate. This is why you just saw Instagram do a massive overhaul. They were trying to knock out all these automated apps that are fake as much as possible. And they're losing money on people like us for not spending in ads. So they just knocked out, they just spent months cleaning out. Everybody was affected by the most recent updates that have gone on just at Instagram. You got to remember, Facebook owns Instagram. If it were that easy to generate traffic, everybody would work from home doing some sort of MLM sign-up scheme, and we'd all be chilling if it were that there's a reason people go to college and specialize in these fields.
Facts.
It is unless you're going to educate yourself on how to do it and then wear all the hats. So you're going to market for yourself. You're going to have to go to school for that. You're going to have to learn coding, algorithms. That's not my lane. I have a tech team. That's what they do. I would prefer the professional do that, and I don't have to go learn how to do, all of that outside of what we're already doing. So, no, you're absolutely right.
Oh, no. And this is the funny part. I hear this all the time. Yo, Mac, you're incredible. I hear you. Yo, I see you with these celebrities and you doing all this stuff. I said, yeah, I do the work. There's nobody promoting me but me. I'm the one who gets up every day and on social media and checking on this person. Oh, this artist. I want to have them on the show. I want to do this. I want to do that. Blah, 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 blah. And I tell people, they're like, well, what? You should be like you should have like 100,000 followers. I said, I'm not willing to pay for them.
Yeah, that's a fact. And you know what? It doesn't matter. You can have 100,000 followers, but doesn't mean that you've monetized the situation. So just like right now, okay, Mac, you must have insane engagement because I know how much you're on. I know how you stay on top. You're the second I post or something goes in my stories, I already know your engagement rate is so high through the roof. Engagements and impressions matter way more than your numbers do.
Bingo.
'Cause I can send, just like your Spotify streams, again, back to promotion. Where are these things coming from? I can send two different people into a label meeting, one with 5,000 and one with 1 million. But if the person with 1 million did nothing but run junk numbers up on their thing, they're walking home with no deal. Person with 5,000, organic, premium, solid listeners, they're the ones cutting the check. It's not going to be the ones who look fancy. So it's just like if you have kids. You got, 10 different baby mamas, and you created all these kids, they running around. You have all these kids, you're paying attention to 2 of them. What about the other 8?
Right.
So, again, back to traffic. I can bring you all the traffic in the world, but if you don't tend to it, take care of them, engage them, acknowledge them, what reason do these people have to keep coming back?
Okay, so I have people who are chiming in currently, and I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to the feed. They said she is giving it uncut.
Yeah.
And I like that. That's why when you first get some money, don't fit off, invest something else besides rap. What? Okay, I got
somebody gave me the same $45,000 that I had when I first got started in the game. I would take maybe 5,000 to 8,000 of that out for marketing, branding. The other 35, whatever, would go into a CD that's earning interest.
Hey.
We wouldn't even touch it. I don't need it. We built the foundation.
Flip a house, something.
Exactly. If you build your brand and your name and you're driving traffic to the right places, all of these things will come to you. That's what I did years ago. I looked at my team and said, guys, I can't keep doing this anymore. We're performing at the same places. You're bringing the same celebrities out over and over. Something has to change. Otherwise, we're just on this hamster wheel that's going around. I looked at them and I said, new plan. I'm going to go make myself somebody important, and I won't have to chase these people down. They will come to me.
Bingo.
That's exactly what I did. And a few years later, here I am, senior vice president I started out as an independent contractor for Radio Pushers, setting up celebrity interviews because I had built so many direct relationships in my, experiences over the years with certain people. So I went from being an independent contractor to being the VP to the SVP in less than 2 years.
Right. So Bakery Music Group is in the live feed at this moment, and they said that's exactly what they were saying, that to take the money and not just put it all in the gold chains that you have wrapped around your neck, but try to invest it into something. If you look at Rick Ross, and he talks about Rick Ross, the boss, I want to talk about Wingstop, you know what I'm saying, and Bel Air. He's not just putting out Bel Air or saying Bel Air every time he raps just because he likes the liquor. Yeah, it's a cool drink, but he's saying it because they're paying him to say it. That's what you don't understand. If you have a great brand, somebody can invest in that brand, and they know for a fact that they're going to get a return on investment. I'm going to say this again, return on investment, ROI, return on investment. You have to understand, if you're putting out something and people are gravitating towards it, this is your time to capitalize. A lot of people don't understand what that is. This is your time to now pull everybody towards you. It's like having a black hole and suck everything in. You do that because of the fact that you want to make sure that people are aligning with what you're doing. And when they do that, now from your return on investment and the capitalization on that investment, because people see that you have a brand and something that people are vying to and stepping to. That's why you got Fashion Nova that always connects with these women who are hot and sexy and have people floating to their page, because they're like, well, this is how we could sell more clothing. We don't have to open a storefront. We don't need that. All we need is a warehouse that we can ship these clothing out to these people, have them put them on, and go, yes, Fashion Nova. I'm wearing Fashion Nova. Yes, I have Fashion Nova on tonight. And they just made millions of dollars going cha-ching.
Exactly. And that's the power of being an influencer. But you can't be an influencer unless your numbers are real.
Bingo.
Back to it has to be real. And unless you have 3-4 hours a day to dedicate and sit down yourself and do it, then yeah, you're going to at some point need help. But just social media alone, don't even look for music companies. Just go look at marketing companies in general. And you'll see some companies just for social media alone, you're paying $600 to $1,000 a month. That's what some of these major brands, influencers and models are paying, but they're also cutting major checks from a Fashion Nova, places like that, or a Nike, or a Puma, or a Swisher Sweets, something like that. But your brand has to align with the other brand. So unless you're viral pop up and you're like a Lil Wayne, I mean, there was years that Lil Wayne didn't cut certain branding deals because if you're a liability in the industry and your music represents something, why would a major corporation who has a reputation come and stand behind your product? Most of your money in the industry is not coming from the streaming.
Now,
it's coming from the big brand.
Wait, not only just that, and that's perfect for this segue, and I'll tell people this. When you're placing your trust in an artist, I'll use them as an example, to get their product out there, you notice the certain people who align with Lil Wayne. He's a gamer. So we're going to give you all the gaming stuff you want. No problem. We don't care if you sip lean and do all this other crazy crap that you do, because all your crazy crap is going to make us crazy money. Okay, cool. Now that we got that out there. Samsung, I just need you to use my damn phone. I don't need you to listen. You want to call the hoes? You want to curse at them? You want to say whatever you want? I don't care what you do. You gonna make me money. The liquor companies are known for. I don't care. You could be the worst thing in the industry, as long as you ain't kill nobody or beat nobody up. Listen, I don't care what you smoke when you ain't in front of the camera. You sipping. I don't care. Just talk about our liquor. Do say, walk around with it. And now you have Lachem, I forget 50's joint. His liquor, Grey Goose, Bel Air, all these people. Yep. They want you to sit there and talk about do say. Every time you standing out there and you up on a couch in a freaking club and you standing there, yo, do say. Yeah, keep saying that. But a lot of people don't understand when you do that and you're not working for the company, you're not getting money for that company. What are you doing? You're setting yourself up for them not to need you. You already gave them money. They don't need you now. So you want somebody, I tell anybody, you want me to hold something up here? The Evening Experience? You want me to sell something? Let's talk. Let's do business.
And there's
I'm
these
not going to
brands
talk
that
about
you just mentioned. These brands that you just mentioned, marketing and branding is the biggest expense that they put out. Now, when you said Bel Air, everybody automatically thinks Rick Ross. Why? Power of the brand, the relationship, the connection. So that's exactly, I get so like emotional when we talk about these things, just for this reason right there.
Well, shout out to DJ Self. He said it yesterday, and I watched him in an interview because every time he goes live, anytime anybody goes live, whether it's you or anybody else, I watch. The one thing he said was, when I sat back and I found out that there's power in words, there's money in words. And then he said, I'm not a rapper. He said, but I coined the phrase gwenning. He said, it's not even a real word.
It's not. And I used to be a Gwennon team member, so the power of that name, when you hear Gwennon, people automatically know that you know, Gwennon God of New York, that's Prince of New York, that's the biggest, hottest DJ in the game, just by that one brand. Artists need to do the exact same thing.
He trademarked?
Yep, you have competition companies too. So, okay, cool. All these girls, you're not as big as some of these models getting a Fashion Nova contract. Okay, cool. Go to their competition. You got Pretty Little Thing. You got Ivy Park.
Poshmark.
Exactly. Fashion Nova has, oversaturated the market. There's a huge opportunity for other brands. These brands spend so much money. Look at McDonald's. Look at Burger King. Look at Chick-fil-A. Do you have any idea how much money Chick-fil-A spends just inside of the road advertisements? They have some of the funniest billboards ever. I count billboards every time I drive to Florida. Let me tell you, Cracker Barrel and Chick-fil-A think of how much money that costs to rent that billboard every single month and how many of them there are going down the road. Those places are established. McDonald's and Burger King are established. You still see 4 for $4, this and that going on, and deals. Dunkin' Donuts, this is the 4th cup I have had this week that is a different cup. They went from styrofoam to paper to pink to snowflakes. Like, I've literally had 4 different cups in the last month. Power, like marketing and brand. Companies need to create, you mentioned a company earlier, Sprite. Sprite has this whole collaboration that they do with artists. So just things like that. The marketing that goes in, these companies need their products placed and out there. Content creation is one of the biggest things in the game right now and one of your biggest money makers. But you have to be able to align your brand with another brand.
Well, this incredible woman, I'm going to say this as well, is one that is not only saying this here on our show, and I'm glad she's here today, but she's getting ready to go during Grammy week to be sitting on a panel because of the fact that her prowess in this industry, her actual solidification of her brand and her actual companies are facilitating to get her to these levels, these plateaus, because of the fact that she's worked in this industry, found out how effed up it really is, and found a way to move around the crap and find a better way to facilitate the brand in which she offers. Patience J is not only an incredibly beautiful, strong woman, but she is a mother She is a person that, and I'm going to put this out there because you put it on your own social media, that you have Crohn's disease.
Yes.
And you are a person that, despite all of the things that you have in your life, are definitely one of the strongest people I know, because you don't stop. You are forever about the branding of people. You are feverishly working, tirelessly working, hours on end. And I'm appreciating you taking your time out of your busy schedule today to give me the opportunity to speak with you, because I said before the Grammys get her, I'm gonna get her first. Okay, I'm just saying that. And other people shows you've been on, but that's cool. I'm glad I at least got you here, because big shouts out to Soulful Journey brand, Soulful Journey show. Big shouts out to those brothers. I know, for years, that they have been doing their work and trying to have great things happen. And yes, they had Patience Day sitting in there on the studio, but she's coming this weekend, so it's okay that she's not here. But she will be here physically one day in the studio. I'm just letting y'all know that. But I said I'm not gonna, cause she was saying, Mac, I'll move some stuff around. Let's see what I can do, and I'll be in New York. No, she said she has to be here Saturday. I'm not gonna have her drive in just today, just to come back again Saturday. No, you got enough on your plate.
Well, that's what people don't realize. So I used to live part time in New York for about three and a half years or so when I was a part of the Glidden team. And then when I left, my best friend and I both left the Glidden team. She moved back to Connecticut. I live in Vermont. So every time somebody sees me in New York, or y'all see me on the road, I have driven from Vermont. It takes me 6 to 9 hours every single time I come out there. And then I'm turning right around and going back home.
Hello.
Or taking a nap, or, I'm there for days and don't sleep kind of thing. Thankfully I have a ton of clients and fabulous people who will let me post up if I need to. Shout out to, you mentioned the Soulful Journey show. They're awesome. I did come out to do I've been dying, Mac, to come on your show. And normally I'm in town on Thursdays. Thursdays used to be my biggest day to be in town. So I was going to drive. I had, you saw I spent the morning at the hospital.
Yes, ma'am.
At Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center in New Hampshire for Crohn's disease. And for anybody listening who doesn't know what that is, it's an autoimmune disease. So it affects my whole being. So, when I'm commuting or driving, 6 to 9 hours, plus I'm in the city, I have multiple back-to-back events. I'm literally in the car for like 40 hours at a time in the same position, in and out, in and out, in and out. It's grueling. But at some point, you have to become obsessed with what you're doing. Because if not, it's just a really expensive hobby or a career. And artists need to decide. And not it's 1 in 10 million artists that are going to blow up and be a commercial artist. So when you're looking at your options, okay, do I want to be a local artist? Do I want to be a national artist? Do I want to be a global artist? Do I want to be a performing artist? There's so many things. Do I want to write for somebody? There's just so many different options. And then you have to decide what lane is going to work for you and build and keep at it, because there's a reason as a small business owner, you get to claim a loss on your taxes for the first 3 to 5 years. It takes 3 to 5 years to start breaking even or cutting a profit. That's the whole reason we have that tax bracket.
Well, which is why in 2020, I'm making a vow to myself, because I pay to be here.
Exactly.
Nobody's putting money in my pocket to be here.
I didn't pay Mac, so That means he came up out of his own pocket. He has to pay for the room. He has to pay for his engineer. Everything he has to pay for the internet. It's not free. If you're not paying for it, so every time an artist calls me up and is like, P, do this, it's like, okay, cool. But if you're not paying for it, that means myself and my team, our company is coming up out of pocket, because the internet is not free.
Hello.
It's free once you got the Wi-Fi, but if signed in, but you're paying for internet. You have to pay for the internet.
Right. Right.
Well, if you're not paying for it, somebody is. And that's not my job. I don't own your product. I have no rights to it.
Right.
That's not my role. Same thing as I'm an artist manager too. So people are, they hit me up. Oh, Patience, will you manage me? Okay, what are you looking for a manager from? Oh, well, I need placements. I need photo shoots. I need bookings. I need money. That's not what a manager does. When you go to your 9 to 5 and you clock in, like, your manager in the building is there to oversee and make sure the operation is running smoothly.
Listen,
okay?
I turn around and I tell people, manager manages your affairs. They manage your affairs. They don't sit there, and they are people that will talk to clubs, promoters, and try to get you some money. So that's how they get paid. They manage your affairs as they come in. They manage things that public relations. Their job is to now get your face out there to as many people as possible through periodicals, which I mean are magazines, through radio, through press releases, through a lot of different venues and places, radio shows such as mine, to be able to get your face out there. By hook or crook, they want those people who already are following the people that they're putting you out in front of to now follow you. This is what they do, and this is how they do it. And
exactly
2020, I vowed to myself that somebody's going to pay me to sit here now, because or I want to be in a place, one of the biggest radio shows in Philly. I don't care if it's the biggest radio show in Vermont. Whoever's listening, Mac 357 is taking this show on the road, because it's about time somebody pays me for sitting here every week. I tell people, I invest in myself. I believe in my brand. I believe in what I'm doing. I've had some of the biggest names align with this show because I work that hard. And once again, I'm going to give a big shout out to Miss Artistry. I'm going to give a big shout out to Upscale PR. I'm going to give a big shout out to Patience J. I'm going to give a big shout out to Arlene. I'm going to give a big shout out to DJ Self. I'm going to give a big shout out to, there's so many people. Funkmaster Flex, who was one of the first DJs, which he does not go on anybody's show. Have you seen him do radio interviews? No.
No, he doesn't. And some of them charge. Like, you got to pay $5 to do an interview.
Came and sat on my show for free because of the fact that I, once again, built a relationship, put myself out there. I work hard. How do you think I got Coco Brown? How do you think I got Mr. Carl Payne, who used to be freaking Cole on Martin? How do you think I got Mr. John Hinton, who used to be on Living Single and the D.L. Hughley show? I work for that. I tell people I go out and do stuff that you don't do. I connect with people that you don't connect with. Everybody wants to see the famous rapper. Cool. I'll talk to the TV people. While you over here doing that, I'm gonna be over here doing this. I tell people this show is on Thursdays. It's in the evening, and you experience us every week. Me and Miss Tony. Okay, there ain't nobody there. But
I was gonna say, where is Miss Tony today? Because
she's not here. But okay, you would see a lot of sexiness if you saw. Right, she ain't there.
I mean, I got to see her at the premiere, so at the New York.
Not only did we see her at the premiere, but you also got to see her again at the New York-ish. Yes. So 2 times.
Yes.
But all I'm gonna say is, a lot of people don't understand that I'm always out and about. I'm always talking to people. I'm talking to publicists. I'm talking to people who matter in the industry. You want to get at that artist? The artist is gonna tell you, go over there, talk to my manager. Go over there, talk to my. If you don't connect with that manager, if you don't connect with that person, you ain't talking to that artist. And they have to see that your show is about something, that you're about something, before they go, all right, let me sit down and talk with this person. Because you might have a great smile, a nice appearance, and everything else. That don't mean jack to them. They want to know how you going to make them bigger.
Exactly. But you have, again, be very aware of a good car salesman. You just have to know how to vet and do the research, which requires you to pick up the phone, hit up people, DM them. I will go through an entire person's profile, see who they're communicating with, see if there's any mutual connections. Cool. If you know this person, reach out. I did it just the other day. I had an artist from Hartford, Connecticut who got hit up by a team in Philadelphia. And they reached out to me like, Patience, can you look into this? Everybody, I love to vet scammers and find bad business. So I live for this. I don't, it's like they're stealing my money. I can't stand when people get their money stolen. So I'm on the hunt. I reached out. Thankfully, I have relationships in Philly that I've built from managing Arlen. So I was able to reach out to people in Philadelphia and say, hey, are you familiar with this brand? Have you worked with them? Do you know their reputation? I got all positive feedback from somebody that I trust and is part of, our team and circle, and was able to go back to that artist and say, hey, it's a go. Go right now and do what you got to do. But again, you can't be afraid to ask. I don't ever ask for help. I am definitely one of those people. I hated all of my friends. When I first got started in the industry, I was friends with people like DJ Chubby Chub. I'm not going to call 50 Cent's DJ and say, hey, I've started a music career. Can you help me? I'd be in the club with him and he'd be DJing. And the second a dude started approaching the booth, I just see this whole change in his aura. Like, here come another rapper in my face, want to talk to me about my music while their music while I'm doing my job. Or complain about the music. The last thing I was going to do when I started my career was talk to the people or ask them for help and advice. And I did kind of mess up there. So it was like a whole year later, I got myself into a whole slew of problems. Chubby Chub pick up the phone. Patience. What are you doing? Right. Like, look, I didn't want to call you and bother you. To this day, I would never send my DJ, any of my relationships. If I were going to send an artist music, people hit me up all the time. Oh, can you send my music to Chubby Chub? Oh, can you send it to Self? Cool. Guess what's going along with it? A Cash App or a PayPal. I would never. That is so disrespectful. Like, just being around him and seeing, and this was before I was in the industry, I would never do that. It's just, that's your time. Cool, I sent you the music. Now what? Like, you're going to hit me back and say, hey, it's good or it's not good, whatever, but what's the next step? What's the next plan? What are we doing? Just because something's hot, again, things aren't free.
I tell people all the time, invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. If you're not willing to pay for if you know for a fact you want something spun on the air and it costs a bag, you got to pay that bag.
But don't pay the bag if nobody's going to pick up the phone and call and give feedback or request. It is not hard to get. You can get a radio spot. All radio stations have like 3 to 8 free slots that they can do whatever they want with every single month. So if you have a good relationship with the program director or with the people there that you've built up and supported, or the network and the station itself, you can get that spot. But just as quick as you got it, they will take you right back out. Just like, I'll give you an example. Shout out to Z97 in Vermont, in New York. Frank, Z97, DJ Vince One. Those guys I have known for so long. Kwame as well. He's now up in Portland, Maine. These guys, anytime I wanted an artist put into rotation, whether it was somebody like a J.R. Castro, who has been on Billboard, or a King Bless, or a Arlen, I can pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, can y'all throw this artist into the mix for the Saturday night pregame, or like a Rue Williams. They will put it on for me. But if there's no feedback, not one request, I'm taking up a paid advertising slot on their network. They're going to take it right back out of rotation. You have to have public demand. You don't need a huge radio budget, but you have to be willing to pick up the phone, go to the website, or go on Twitter, or like I do, I have a whole bunch of high schoolers and middle schoolers who live on my street. They love when I come home from New York. I come home with snapbacks, T-shirts, all sorts of stuff. Cool, you want this snapback? Prove to me you requested Arlen's song on the radio today.
Hey.
I mean, when they were younger, I could pop off with some 25 cents, 50 cents, but they're all teenagers now, so like the price went up a little bit. But that was a smart move. I used to give away prizes for like, let me know. Arlene has a verified profile. Her fans, if she acknowledges them or shouts them out on her profile, they have never been so excited in their entire life that a verified celebrity acknowledged their presence.
Fact.
You have to do that. You have to create super fans and public demand. People have to want to follow your movement.
The first day, and I'm going to tell this quick story. The first day I met Patience J, she didn't even know who I was. I was there at Dream Dolls, her album release on the 9th of September. And I saw Arlen walk in his bright neon green suit. I said, wow, she's gorgeous. Arlen didn't even acknowledge I was standing there. And then Self introduced me, and she was like, "Oh, hi," and no, sorry, not Self. Lauren from Lauren Media Group. Shout out to Lauren as well, Media Group. She introduced me, and Arlen was like, "Hi," and just kept it moving. Patience didn't even know I existed. Patience was like, I kept it pushing. But we kept crossing paths. Then, once again, there was a Mason Music Group had a freaking party and in SOBs, and once again, who do I bump into? Arlen. So Self put her on the spot, and I never forget that. He was like, "Oh, well, this is Mac 357. This is the Eating Experience Radio Show." He's like, "Go ahead, do the thing." And then, me and Big Chuck were standing there. It was like, once again, it's your Mac 357. This is the Evening Experience Radio Show from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It goes down. And then he said, and this is Arlen. And she goes, "Oh, hi, I'm Arlen." And he's like, no, do that again. He's like, "What is that?" He's like, "You not excited about you?"
She was so mad. She didn't have no makeup on. She didn't know she was walking into an event, and then he just like grabbed her and was like, "Here, Arlen, come on camera, do an interview." She was I have that interview. It's on her EPK. Actually, it's like on the front of her EPK in a video. It pops up. It's the funniest thing ever. Because we know the behind the scenes, so like I know what was happening because of being her manager. But she was so mad because she was not like planning on doing any interviews, like nothing. And then y'all just threw her on the camera. She's like, ah.
But I say that to say that I built a rapport. I kept talking to Arlen, to Patience. I had your artist King Bless on my show. I had Notes 82 on my show. I've had so many people, and this is what I mean by connections. A lot of people don't understand that sometimes it happens through the process of what? By you having the same people in connection, and then you start to talk, and then it's like, oh wow, this guy's really about his business. Okay, I can respect what he. Okay, wow, he grind. Okay, wow, wow, and then it's now you built something. It works. You keep moving. Shout out to Patience and shout out to Arlen. I got to meet Cranium because of Arlen. She said, "Mac, come out to Philly." I was like, "What? Philly? Oh damn, I gotta drive." All right, here we go. Drove from New York, stopped at my boy. He said big shouts out to you as well, Corporal AK. He stopped at his crib first, hung out there, and then I took and drove to the event. Got to meet Cranium. Now, what y'all didn't understand is Cranium had a rapport with me before. In the sense that I never met him, but I was always receiving his music through his team pushing the music. And I have all his tracks that he's has out in the industry now and everything else. Moving forward, I got to take a picture with him. People were like, All the Jamaican people all of a sudden start hitting me up. Yo, man, where you meet Cranium? Yo, you're moving. You're doing thing and all them. Yeah, I move around. Any opportunity I get, I cherish it. Anything that is placed before me, I cherish it. I build relationships, and they find out Mac is a real person. Yeah, I do real things in the real world. I'm a real live human being. I'm not wishing to be a boy. I'm a grown man, 46 and counting. And I built this entity from nothing that I have major people who will go, Mac, come through. I want you to tape this person, or I want you to, connect with this person. Why? Because I built a brand, I stand behind it, and I work in it. If you had some jewels that you needed to drop to a young up-and-coming PR or just anybody in the industry, what would it be?
Education and resources. Education first. Do the research. Go to Google. Type in whatever it is that you want to become and look up those first key factors that you need to have. So education and resources first. Money second. And then building a team of people. Artists always want a manager. You don't need a manager. I have thousands and thousands of followers. Nobody's managing me. I have photo shoots. I have trips, panels I have to go to, this, that, and the third. You don't see me with a manager. So the same stuff I do for Arlen or whoever it is, there's not somebody doing. You have to have a team of people that are dedicated to you. They're not just there because they want to go to the club for free, pop bottles, see strippers. You need a team of people that are going to show up. They're going to take time, spend their own money. They're not just looking for a free ride. You have to build a team. If you don't have people, I'm in the middle of Vermont. Everybody I know is hours from me, but I'm still able to do what I need to do, being 600-700 miles away, because you have to build relationships. So education and resources and relationships are really the biggest key. And then invest in yourself. I don't care if you're spending $30 a month. It's not about how much money you spend. I have artists who will come in, drop a bag, you get the momentum up and going, and then they can't sustain what they started. They fall off. You just wasted. That was a waste of time, money, energy, everything to get it all up and going and then do nothing with it. Man. Consistency is key. I don't care if it's $10 a month. Be consistent with that $10. This is, again, an expensive hobby, or it's a career. The artist will pay to go into the studio, mix and master. You have to pay for studio time. Artists are shooting videos. Do you see any label artist dropping a video before a song comes out? No, the label is not going to dump thousands of dollars into a video if the song didn't do well.
Hello.
There's no point in doing that. It's called a bad investment. You can create content and promotional material without spending some ridiculous amount of money. The other thing is back to those resources. Now, like I said, I'm from Vermont. I live in a medical community. So I'm right by Dartmouth College and the hospital. So I can't jump on Craigslist and find a photographer or somebody in school for, doing filming or Connecticut School of Broadcasting or photography or whatever it is. But if you're in the city, use your resources. Annabelle and we used to do the same thing with Arlen. We do hundreds of photo shoots. We do that without a budget. 90% of the things that you see us out here doing, same thing with Bless. We, again, build the foundation, put yourself in a spot to negotiate with people. But there are so many colleges and so many other people that are on the up and coming that are doing videos or photography. You need content. You need professional photos. You need professionally shot videos. There's people in school, they can't charge you. They have to do that as a project in order for them to get credit for their class. You just have to think outside the box and use your resources. If you're in New York, Atlanta, LA, I can go to any other major city market and jump right into it as fast as possible. people just don't think to use their resources in their own backyard or find somebody that's willing to negotiate. But you have to have something to negotiate with.
All right. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Official Patience J, like patience is a virtue, on all platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and definitely make sure you go to radiopushers.tv.
This is an incredible, a profound, strong woman who is taking this industry by storm. I want you to align with her, align with what she said. These jewels, we didn't drop just like little tiny, like 1 or 2 carats. We dropped like 5-carat gems on you that you can now take and utilize in a process of building a brand. But if you want greatness, it costs. There's a young woman sitting right here in this camera that you need to align with, and I'm telling you right now, she will, along with the work you put in, because a lot of people think that they just hand you money and you do everything. No. You have to show up, you have to show out, you have to go to places, you have to perform, you have to do the things in which you need to be. Even though she's pushing your social media, you still have to push your social media. You have to go live. You got to do things in which make you stand out in this industry. You can't just go, hey, so I need you to make me a star. Just make it happen, okay? Just gonna hand you some money, just make me a star. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay.
It does not work. Not how it works. And that's the misconception that artists will get. They think they can just, I mean, the ones that do want to spend money don't want to put in the work. Again, I can bring you all the traffic and I can bring 500 people to your grand opening, but once I get them to you, it is your job to make sure they have a good experience. What reason do they want to come back?
Which is why the evening experience is on from 5 to 7 every Thursday. It goes down right here on In the Mix Radio. And I'm telling you right now, the evening experience is aligning with this incredible, incredible woman every chance he gets. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you the yell of approval. Because she is that incredible. I don't give that yell to everybody because, listen, you have to earn that yell. But I will tell you that you are one of the best people I know, and I appreciate you, and I appreciate your strength. I appreciate your character. I appreciate you being a person that has no limitations, no matter what's going on with you physically. And I tell people, if you can, there is a Crohn's Foundation. There is places which you can donate. Do so, because there's beautiful people out in the world like this one sitting here that need your help. And I want to say that she is a spirit, a firecracker, just someone that I care about very much, because she is top notch in whatever she does. And the world is a better place for having someone like her in it. So I want to say thank you.
Mac trying to make me cry on the air.
No, never that. You know, all I'm saying.
And likewise, Mac, you've been one of our biggest supporters for all of us individually, as a team, as a whole. And we couldn't be more thankful and happy for every opportunity that you send our way or ask us to come to, and just that you have that trust in us, and vice versa. I really could not be more thankful that we have been able to do and work together, this long. And I can't wait for 20. I mean, this year I'm so excited, and we are definitely getting you paid. We are definitely. I'm gonna send every artist I know. I mean, we will. You are definitely getting paid, as you should, just like everybody else in the industry who's out here and does the actual work. If you don't want to do the work, then you better hope you can pay somebody to do it for you.
Hey. And on that note, I want to say is we're getting ready to sign off. Next week is going to be another incredible show. We have incredible artists that are coming that are going to talk, going to light it up, and do what they do best. But right here, this is the evening experience from 5 to 7 every Thursday. This is the one and only Patience J. Arlen, much love and respect. Shout out to all the people who do what they do best with us. Simply Vexo. I love her. I think she's incredible. She's a beautiful photographer. She is sexy. She is smart. Go check her out as well. Check out Radio Pushers. Check out anything that this woman is doing. I'm telling you, you will not be sorry. You will definitely be like, damn, I need her to have a Patient J in my life. You definitely do, because if you need someone to do the work, she's doing it. She's industry standard. She is someone that you can hang your hat on. And I don't say that about everybody. I don't give my seal of approval to everyone. I'm telling you, Patience J is a person that you need to look out for and look to in order to get somewhere in this world. So much respect to you. Thank you for being a guest today. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit here and talk with me. So I appreciate you, and I want to say thank you. And y'all have a great night.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hey, this is Lisa, and on Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m., I'm tuning into the Evening Experience.